Hello, everyone. This is kind of a rewind episode for us while we're taking a break during February and March, and we'll be back in April with some new episodes, hopefully. Thank you for your patience. Please enjoy the episode.
Content warning. On this podcast, we discuss sensitive issues, including but not limited to swearing, tasteless jokes, situations of a sexual nature, and drug use. This podcast is not intended for children. Hello and welcome to Bibliorex, the podcast where we read the worst stories the world has to offer. I'm Bugs.
And I'm Bam Bam.
And what are we reading today, Bam Bam?
We are reading Ty.
Just Ty.
Just Ty. Well, it's part of the New Horizon Ranch Mule Hollow series.
Oh.
But this book specifically is called Ty.
T-Y.
T-Y. This is actually book 4. This book came from you. Where did you find this one?
Goodwill. I was browsing the Goodwill books and I was like, this looks like shit. Because on the back, it has like misspellings and bad grammar. And usually the cover is done the best.
Yeah.
So if the cover was done badly, I was very excited about the middle.
Well, you won't be disappointed.
Oh, good. Worth my buck.
Yeah. So this is actually the 4th book in this series.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like, it looks like it's just written in Sharpie on the side. It's just got the number 4.
Oh, I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have thought any. I would have just thought that someone at Goodwill just wrote on it.
Well, and usually if it's part of a series, it says that on the front. And this one just says Ty.
Yeah. This is a Western Christmas romance. So it's trying to be a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's not good at being any of those things.
Oh.
The book follows 2 main protagonists, Ty Calder and Mia Shaw.
Ty and Mia.
And they live in Texas, and they grew up together. So their background is Ty grew up working on ranches and is now part owner of the New Horizon Ranch, which is what the series is based off of.
Oh, okay.
And Mia was his friend in high school, and that's where she learned to ride horses from, and she would eventually leave to pursue a career as a successful rodeo star.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So 4 years pass, they basically don't have any contact, and now it's almost Christmas time. Ty is thinking to himself he just wants a do-over for Christmas, because his basic whole one redeeming quality in this book is that he didn't want to get in the way of her dreams to be a big rodeo star.
Okay.
So
He didn't hold her back.
right, he didn't want to hold her back with a bunch of
Romance
emotions and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
The structure of the story is pretty basic. Like, it's former friends, they reconnect, feelings get stirred, will they, won't they, romantic walks. No one talks about the romantic tension that's in the room.
Hallmark Christmas movie.
I hate it. There's a bit in the first, I think in like the foreword or something, or an author's note, she brags about it getting picked up by ABC Family for a movie, but I couldn't find that they had ever found the movie, or that they had actually made the movie. So
like maybe they bought the rights and never did anything with it.
Yeah, just so that someone else couldn't make a movie out of it, I guess. Or maybe they also read the book.
We will save the world from this book.
You, ma'am, are a terror. We will stop you. Oh, by the way, the author's name is Debra Clopton. I skipped over that initially.
Debra Clopton. Yeah. Okay.
Also, the book is full of a lack of commas.
Oh no, again?
She almost never uses commas, and where she should be using commas, she'll put like a period, but then the next sentence starts with a but or a and.
Oh no.
It drives me insane, the lack of commas, because it comes up with some really ridiculous sentences. It's like the whole thing with let's eat grandma, and it turns it into let's eat grandma. And a bunch of weird turn of phrases that I might be like a regional thing or something, but they're really weird sounding.
Right. So poor punctuation does not help the story in any way.
Yeah, super doesn't. So in the beginning, Ty is going to a stock sale because that's kind of his big thing, is he works with horses and he likes going and examining horses. He's in the parking lot talking to these two old dudes, and he hears a woman struggling with a horse in the parking lot, and he sees that she's got a knee brace on and the horse is like rearing up and stuff like that.
Ooh, yeah.
And so Ty steps in and tries to help, saying he's trying to get the horse under control. But the lady that's struggling with the horse tells him that she can handle it herself.
Okay.
And that's when Ty realizes that this is Mia, who he hasn't seen in 4 years.
Oh.
Yeah. And also, these characters, I couldn't figure out for the longest time how old these characters were, but they're like 30.
Oh, okay, so they're full adults.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And that irritates the hell out of me because they don't act like it.
Oh, no. Yeah, because, like, if they were high school friends, and then she went off and became a rodeo star, and he's had his own job on this ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like full career, full adulthood. They should be self-actualized.
Right. They super aren't.
Oh, great.
Probably one of my favorite lines in this book is when he sees her and he starts describing her. He looks at her eyes, and the quote is, "Eyes as blue as a bluebird."
Wow.
Yeah.
Really
it's
original.
crazy. Yeah, I love that.
Eyes as blue as a blue crayon.
Eyes brown like a brown thing. So Ty immediately gets nervous, but manages to tell her to let go of her horse.
You know horse etiquette. You've been around horse people. Is he acting appropriately?
In some circumstances, but if it's someone else's horse and they tell you to go away, I think that's just like, I don't think there's like any special horse etiquette. It's, basic consent thing.
Yeah.
If it's their horse and they want you to go away, go the fuck away.
Right. And then you could just stand back and watch, and if they do get knocked down or
that's
trampled,
their problem.
You can help later. I
Also,
guess.
like, there's nothing holding this woman to the horse but herself. She could just let go of the horse at any time.
Right.
And, like, it's a huge pain in the ass, but, I mean, I've done it before.
Right.
When I was, like, a kid and stuff.
Okay.
So.
Is she sitting on the horse or holding on to his
No,
head?
she's, like, leading the horse.
So the horse has a lead on. Okay.
And she's got this knee brace on. We find out later she's got a torn MCL.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, he's told, again, to let go of the horse, and, again, he just refuses, establishing a pattern that will go throughout the rest of the book of just ignoring consent. Annie says, "Baby, if you're going to hold on, I'm holding on too." So
That doesn't make any sense.
it's really weird. It's a really weird line at the beginning of the book because he never says anything like that ever again.
But if she lets go and he lets go, no one's holding the horse.
Yeah. So he's basically just refusing to, let go of the horse. And, like, even later on, like, he thinks to himself that Mia could have never held on to that horse. And, like, just, they keep digging in on that later. And, But yeah, even right now, he, like, starts badgering her about it.
Like, I've tried to hold on to a horse, and if they don't want you to, it's very difficult. But she's a professional. She's been working with horses.
Oh, he
for all
mansplains
these
the
years.
shit out of doing horse things to her. The rodeo star.
The person who professionally works with horses since high school.
Yeah.
Which, that was probably when he actually got really started with horses, because no one would give a 10-year-old actual responsibilities with horses.
I mean, no one responsible now.
Right.
Yeah.
I know from your example.
Yeah.
Your parents are not the ones we're counting.
Yeah, no, they super aren't responsible. That's the thing.
I'm just saying, if he introduced her to horses in high school, he was probably not a pro.
Yeah,
in
and
high
she's
school.
been, regularly working with horses for the last 15 or so years.
Yeah, like the same amount of time he has.
Right.
Good grief.
Yeah, he just keeps insisting that she didn't have control of the horse. She keeps insisting that she did. let's see, one direct quote is, "You had no control of that horse, none." And she just keeps arguing with him, and she's like, "That is my horse, and I know what I'm doing."
Right.
And then he says, "I couldn't tell that you did. If you'd have known what you were doing, you'd have let me have control of that horse instead of taking your life into your hands and risking getting stomped."
Someone she hasn't seen or been around for 15
Well, 4 years. I think they still knew each other prior to her leaving, but she's been pretty well constantly gone for the last 4 years.
4 years.
So
Gotcha.
I guess they were still friends after high school for a little while. It's really vague. It doesn't talk about that space and time much.
But, like, we don't have established trust between them to where she
No.
would trust him to have a hold of her horse.
Yeah. Yeah, he, like, stifles down his anger about this. Yeah, he's the one that's really angry.
Jesus. He's a little sensitive.
Oh, yeah, he sucks. He sucks so bad. But he's, like, grinding down his molars, trying not to, like, bite her head off or something, I guess.
Great.
Yeah. And then he says, "I can see that you might have thought that you knew what you were doing."
How many pages do we deal with this?
There's at least, like, 4 or 5, but it keeps coming back,
Good
too.
grief. Drop it, dude.
Like, not only does he, but pretty much the entire town, like, goes in on this poor woman about this.
What the fuck?
It really sucks.
So you know how they say start out your book with an action and something happening, and then stick to that thing happening and argue about it for the whole book? She's following those rules, those writing rules.
They sure stick to it, all right. I wish everybody would just drop it. So then he, like, accuses her, or it sounds accusatory, because she said, "I loaded him, I could unload him and take him into the sale." And then he, like, kind of accuses her of just trying to get rid of the horse because her uncle bought her the horse, and everyone in town except for her uncle knew that it was crazy, so no one wanted to buy it.
Oh.
So more or less her uncle got duped.
Right.
And now she's trying to get rid of it. He says to her, "You don't know what to do with him, so you brought him back to the auction to resell, isn't that right?" And I'm like, so?
Isn't that what you do with horses?
Yeah, you're claiming that she can't handle this horse. Of course she would get rid of it.
Yeah, if
But
she's
he's like-
struggling to deal with this horse, she knows horses and animals.
Mm-hmm.
Her uncle got duped into buying this crazy horse.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, do you want her to send it to the glue factory? What else is she going to do?
Right.
Put it to pasture and feed it for the next 20 years?
Right.
Like, come on.
So it's just really dumb. And, like, even while they're doing this, he's, like, sitting there looking at her and thinking to himself how hot she is.
Does he expect her to rehabilitate the horse?
I don't know. I don't know what he expects, because he's mad that she is trying to handle the horse, and also seems to be mad at her for trying to get rid of the horse. So
Okay, these aren't pets. They're not puppies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder if this author even ever deals with horses or
I
horse
think she
people.
does. There's a chat. I think it's just that she isn't allowed to deal with the horses.
So maybe she's around horse people.
Yeah.
But not like actual hands-on.
She's not allowed to do, like, the quote-unquote hard horses or something.
Right.
Yeah. She only gets, like, the well-broken, already deadhead horses.
Yeah.
Then there's a word right here that I just don't know what it means.
Okay.
The line is, but of course, for some reason, right now, she was fuming okay, comma. I don't know what, I'll show it to you. It's just fuming, no space, okay. It's on the, yeah.
Maybe the okay was not meant to be there.
I can't parse it out. It doesn't make any sense.
Because if you said, for some reason right now she was fuming...
Right, that would make sense.
It could be the fact she... Just reading these two sentences is infuriating.
There are some real wordy ones that just don't
Ha,
make
it just
any
went to
sense.
prove that she was really, really kin to her uncle. What she got against her uncle? Jeez.
It seems to me like the uncle is kind of the town joke, and that it kind of comes to sort of comes to a head, but nothing ever really comes to it. He eventually just leaves town, but...
Huh.
But yeah, he eventually says, okay, you are absolutely correct. Basically just to placate her, it seems. They get to this point in the conversation, and then he's just like, oh, well, I done opened my big mouth now and put my foot right in it. He's done ruined his do-over that he wanted so badly.
Yeah, because he's an ass.
Yeah, because he was more concerned with being a horse elitist than to reconnect with an old friend, like a prick.
Yeah, he was just being an ass.
Mm-hmm. So, chapter 2. Mia's parents died when she was like 12 on the way to a rodeo.
Oh, wow.
So her dad was also a big rodeo guy.
Oh, okay.
And like won championships and whatever, and they were on their way to Colorado, and they both got in a car accident and died.
That's sad.
Yeah, so back to the conversation. Ty offers to train Mia's horse from his perspective so that Mia will be safer.
I thought she was trying to sell the horse.
She was.
Did
I don't know why they
failed to sell it?
Nope, they didn't. They put it back on the trailer.
He just convinced her to not try to sell it?
Well, the idea is that he's going to train it to be more manageable so that they can sell it and get a better price out of it at the very least, or at least make it manageable enough for her to ride or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really doesn't matter because eventually the horse just kind of disappears from the story altogether.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's mainly just a smoking gun in order to get them together and interacting with one another.
Gotcha. The horse's behavior is only integral to the first chapter.
Mm-hmm. So Mia agrees to him training the horse because that's kind of his thing. He's pretty well known for it, I guess.
Okay.
They take the horse to Ty's ranch, and yeah, basically from there the horse kind of just disappears from the story. And
but you know, that could have been a good way. He could have learned better behavior along with the horse.
Yeah.
And then that's how she could have seen both of them in a better light.
Yeah.
This could
the
have
horse could have been an allegory for him.
Yes.
And that would have been good.
This could have been the beginning to a fantastic story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got like a good opening right there.
You have a good setup here. A really good setup.
Does he ever change his actions or feel apologetic for his actions? We'll find out.
Because, like, even if you're looking at the allegory of the horse's behavior, trying to run her over and headbutt and not listen, he comes in and does the same thing to her.
Yeah.
And doesn't listen.
But she's wrong because she's a woman, though.
Damn. And the author's a woman?
Yeah.
Great.
It's really... Like, I kept thinking, like, this is really misogynistic and it's written by a woman.
Yeah,
I'm depressed for this author.
It's so sad.
This one has some really deep-seated issues.
Yeah.
So basically, chapter 2 is just kind of all horse logistics. Night ends with her going home, and she comes back to her family home where her Uncle Huey is, because basically her Uncle Huey came in from wherever he was originally from. I think it's like her dad's brother, and pretty much just drops his entire life in order to come and be a parent to a 12-year-old orphan.
That's really nice of him.
Yeah, it's really nice.
But...
we'll get to it. So yeah, he gave up his entire career in another state to take care of her and try and routinely fail at being a rancher. So that's why he's kind of the town joke.
Oh, okay.
Because he keeps trying to keep this ranch together that her family had and that is still hers.
Right.
So he's trying to keep it together for her and is just not good at it.
He's just not good at managing it.
Yeah, because he never wanted to be a rancher.
Right. And I'm sure that has its own whole set of skills and abilities that if you haven't grown in would be really hard to just pick up.
I can't remember what his career was, but it wasn't related to ranching in any way.
Right.
So yeah, she comes back and talks to her Uncle Huey, and there's like some tension between them, and Mia doesn't really understand why. So, setting that up. Then we switch back to Ty relaying the info of the night to his ranch partners, because he's like 1/5 owner of this big ranch that some dead guy gave to them. And he's like insisting that he doesn't even like her and they're just friends, and mentally acknowledges Mia had a right to get mad at him. And that he insulted her horsemanship.
Yeah.
Never apologizes for it, but he knows that he did that.
Yeah, he's an ass.
Yeah, he really sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it's even worse that you go through his mental thought of, oh, I realize now that I was being shitty. I'm not going to do anything to change that.
Because he realizes that his own behavior was wrong.
Right.
But he's not going to make amends.
Yeah, I think that was just to justify, like, to the reader without actually doing anything about it. Switch back to Mia. She is having a Hallmark dream about Ty, where she no longer feels alone. And isn't that nice?
Lovely.
Yeah. So then Mia wakes up, and her Uncle Huey is on the computer in a much better mood than he was whenever she first came in.
Okay.
And he asks...
I don't want to know what he was doing on the computer.
Nothing too bad, I don't think. It could be bad. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. He asked Mia to be back that day, like around like mid-afternoon. So she agrees, and she goes to the New Horizon Ranch where Ty is and where the horse is to watch him work with the horse and to get butterflies. Yeah, because she's just watching him like at the edge of the round pen, just watching him and just...
Because you know what's so hot? Watching guys get covered in dirt and bug bites and sweat and just, yeah.
Some women are into that.
I guess. I've seen you work with horses. It is just
okay.
It's just hard work.
I've got no compunction about just rolling around in dirt and literal shit. So I don't do it as cleanly as some people do, probably.
I mean, maybe if he's running him in circles, or what is it called when you have him on a line?
Oh, lunging.
Yeah. Maybe if he's just doing that and has his shirt off, that could be hot looking.
Yeah.
Like if you're down there like doing their hooves or cleaning stalls, it's just not sexy.
So yeah, well, this is in December also, anyway. So yeah.
In Texas.
December in Texas. I don't know how cold it gets.
I have no idea.
So yeah, they start talking and they're getting on more friendly terms and getting along. And they're talking about her partial tear of her MCL. And he's like, asking how she is and stuff like that. And then he says, but it's going to be okay, right? It'll recover and then you're back to competition. I know this is something you've wanted ever since your parents died. And a lot of times he'll just bring something awful up to remind her how terrible her life has been, and it's really out of pocket. Like, in what part of that conversation was it necessary to bring up that her parents were dead?
Like, she knows they're... Is this just exposition to tell the reader?
No, because it's already been established that her parents are dead. Like, at least twice at this point.
Oh.
So I don't know why he says that. Like, he'll just be like, oh, yeah, here's this horrible thing that happened to you. I'm going to bring that up in conversation for some reason.
Hey, remember last year when your grandpa died? What the hell?
So, here's another weird turn of phrase. She says a two-edged sword instead of a double-edged sword.
Not a double-edged sword?
Yeah, it's just weird.
That sounds like bad writing.
That's because it is.
Lazy.
So this is also where she's like thinking in her head, and she's like starting to wonder if she's starting to give up on her dream to be a big rodeo star.
Because of the tear in her leg?
Just in general, because it seems like she's just kind of lost the fervor for that dream or something throughout. Even though it's been what she's been working at for the last 15 years.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, there is a good section here where it actually goes into what Ty is doing with the horse, like giving the horse a rest when he does good, and like backing off the horse, letting the horse have a little space.
So you can tell the horse does the author does have experience with horses and horse training.
I feel like, she at least knows a decent amount about horse training, so
so
I can't fault her.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got zero problem with the way that animals are treated in this book.
Oh, well, that's a good.
Yeah. I do, however, have a problem with how women are treated in this book.
So the horses are treated better than the women.
Yeah, kind of.
This is reminding me of the Christmas book that I did with Lily and Birdie last year. Where it was kind of the same setup of, we were friends, maybe we were something back
Yeah, it's just a tropey friends to lovers story. Yeah.
Isn't that what all the Hallmark stories are basically like?
Yeah, more or less. They don't really...
I'm going home for Christmas, now I'm in love and I'm going to stay. Okay.
Basically. There's a thing that it must already be like well established in this series of books, It is the matchmaking posse. And, like, it's even brought up on the back of the book that there's a matchmaking posse in this town.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it is.
That is terrifying.
Well, it's actually, it sounds more horrifying than it actually is. I'm assuming it must have come up more in the other books.
Do you know anything about the other books?
Not really, no.
Because I'm wondering if they follow other couples.
They do. I'm almost positive because...
Okay. Because usually a series, it's like the same person, and then you see their next adventure.
Right. So the New Horizon Ranch has 5 owners, and there are 5 books. So each of these books corresponds to each one of the owners. And this is the 4th book, and there are 3 other established couples in this that are basically just kind of background characters and callbacks to the other books that don't really matter.
That makes sense. That makes more sense.
So I feel like the matchmaking posse must have been like a bigger thing in the other books because they're talked about a lot in this book, but they don't really do anything in this book. So they've got like all this reputation and nothing.
So her series is based in a town, and this is stories within this town and within this little world. And within the world of this ranch kind of thing. Okay. That makes more sense.
So I prefaced that so that I can read you this section because it is fucking bonkers. So this is at the beginning of Chapter 4. Mia had always loved the town of Mule Hollow. It was an explosion of color with all the clapboard buildings having been painted different colors when Lacey Brown had driven to town in her 1958 pink convertible Caddy with a vision of marrying off all the cowboys in the dying town. Lacey had joined up with 3 older ladies in town who'd started a national ad campaign looking for women to come to Mule Hollow and marry the town cowboys. So far, there had been a good many successful marriages in town, enough to earn the 3 older ladies the title of the matchmaking posse of Mule Hollow. That's a lot, isn't it?
So we start off, the town is colorful because they painted all the stores.
Yeah, all the clapboard buildings.
So this sounds like it's a Hollywood Western set.
Kinda, yeah.
But this is actually in the 1950s, 60s?
No, they have cell phones. This is roughly contemporary. This came out in like 2015.
But she was driving a 1953 car?
She's an old lady.
But if she owned this car and was driving it in 1953, she would currently be
No.
years
The
old.
car is from 1958. She would have been doing this, I don't know, probably in the 2000s or something, or maybe in the 90s. I'm not sure. So I think it's
Why
just
would you have cowboys you need to marry off in the 1990s?
I guess it's just it was just a town full of dudes. I don't know. I think you would have to read the other books to figure it out.
They call them a dude ranch, and they usually don't need girls in those. There's a thing about dude ranches, and they have dudes.
Maybe that's what the deep lore is. Maybe they just found a dude ranch, and they were just like, I can't stand all these happy cowboys being so happy. Let's bring women in and make them not gay. Or something. I feel like, that's probably the deep lore.
Okay, if this had been set in 1863...
Stop hitting the table.
No! Oh my fucking god! What? If this had been set up in the 1800s, that was actually a thing. You would order a bride through the mail. That would make sense. In the 1990s, they had magazines and
no, they put out TV ads.
I give up. This world is nonsense.
This world's stupid.
And you know what else is nonsense?
I don't know.
These ads.
Oh, I love our nonsense ads. Yay.
And now back from all that nonsense.
Yay! I love nonsense. Buy nonsense.
More
I don't
nonsense.
have stocks in nonsense.
Nah.
So
returning to this nonsense.
yeah. The beginning of chapter 4 is basically just setting up. They're all deciding at the local diner who is going to play Santa at their Christmas gathering or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just these old people talking about who's going to play Santa. And
exciting.
yeah, it's riveting. So then Ty and Mia come in, and they're going to have lunch from, taking a break from working with the horse.
And that starts the gossip mill running. And
Yeah, almost immediately. Well, first, what happens is all the old guys, and I guess the old women as well, start, immediately admonishing Mia about the horse thing from the other night.
What the hell?
Yeah, they start, bullying her that she was trying to control this horse. And they just keep going on about this, and then they start going in on Uncle Huey because they all think that Uncle Huey is an idiot because just because he doesn't have, an eye for horses, and he bought this crazy horse, so everybody's just making a big joke of him.
Jeez.
So
she's the butt of the town's jokes.
yeah, basically. And Mia even says that she's feeling insulted right now.
Yeah.
And gets interrupted mid-sentence for 2 of the 3 or 4 matchmaking posse women walking in. And that whole thing just gets forgotten about. And Ty just, he doesn't defend her or say anything or anything like that. I think what he is feeling embarrassed in this moment because both Mia and Huey are being treated like idiots.
Right.
So I think he's he feels embarrassed by association now. And that's kind of a subtext thing.
Sometimes you just get a bad horse. Sometimes you just make a bad deal.
Yeah.
And then you learn your mistake and you move on.
Mm-hmm. But no, it just gets swept under the rug. That never gets brought up ever again. That people just openly disrespect her, and that's just fine with everyone.
Right. And he just lets them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that sucks. So the 2/4 of the matchmaking posse come in, and they can just smell single people like a tiger shark smelling blood. So they fawn over her and Ty. Through conversation, Ty finds out that he's only got until New Year's to make Mia fall in love with him, or for him to grow a pair and just tell her how he feels. It's kind of he keeps saying do-over, but I don't know at this point what he really means by do-over.
Right.
So
were they ever romantic before, or
no,
just
they were strictly friends. Mia is under the impression that all Ty wants is to be friends, even though she's harboring some deep feelings, and Ty doesn't want to tell her about his feelings because he feels like that will just completely cut her off from her dreams.
What does he imagine marriage is gonna be? She has to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen?
Yeah.
God.
This entire story thinks that.
Because they could get married and she could just go have
she
her
could
job.
she could still have her rodeo dreams.
If this is current times, we have birth control.
'Cause
she doesn't have to lose her job or lose her career. This isn't the 1940s.
Right. Well, that's exactly what her dad did is, he had a job, made money, and also on the weekends he would do these big rodeo things and, win championships and pursue his dream. And there's no reason that Mia couldn't also do that if she was married.
Right.
Except the fact that she's a woman in the story.
Oh my God.
So that's going to come up more.
So his view is she can be single and unhappy and I'll be unhappy, or she can marry me and lose everything in life.
Uh-huh.
That is horrifying.
Yeah.
That is awful.
Kind of a non-choice, huh? So it pretty much covers all of Chapter 4. Chapter 5, Mia finds out that Huey is leaving, and that's why he wanted her to come back that afternoon. He is leaving because he has found a fiancée, girlfriend, because they right after this scene, they go to Vegas and get married.
Okay.
He's met a woman on the internet.
Okay.
And he's going to be moving out of her childhood home, and it's going to be her responsibility from now on.
Which, I mean, if she's late 20s,
yeah, she's 30.
She should be capable of doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's long enough to raise your niece.
Mm-hmm. And it's really weird, just the way that the relationship is brought up between these two, because the way the dialogue sounds, it doesn't sound like an uncle passing on the reins to his niece. It sounds like a husband leaving his wife.
Oh, no.
Is the way it comes across in the dialogue. It's really weird. Before that, there's another term. It's grinned no beamed.
What?
I don't know. It is he grinned no beamed as he wrapped an arm around Earlene's waist.
What they're trying to say is he grinned. No, he beamed.
Oh, okay.
But whatever that fucking punctuation is, that ain't it.
Yeah, she used dashes in between the words, and it was a little confusing.
He grinned space no.
Yeah.
Space. He beamed.
So that makes sense. But yeah, look how it's written. It's a little weird.
Yeah, that's not how you do grinned, no beamed.
So it just seems like this weird...
Earline?
Erlene.
It's
Texas. It's Erlene.
Earline. Earline.
Everybody talking like it's... Everybody talking like it's fucking hee-haw.
Yeah, it's supposed to be he grinned, no beamed.
Right.
But
that makes sense now.
Good grief.
Yeah, that took me...
Just quick aside, do you think an editor touched this book?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I can find
Surely an editor would notice these words all put together and fix that.
Yeah, I think all she did was get it copyrighted, but I don't think anyone very seriously edited this.
Gotcha.
Because there's like really basic stuff that really should have been caught if anyone was actually paying attention when they were reading this. So, yeah, anyway. So the dialogue is kind of weird. Like this one here, it says, "It don't mean I don't love you, Mia, because I do, and I've tried to be here for you." And I know, like, she's like... Huey is like her only adult figure in her life that isn't shitty to her in this town. Okay. So I get there's like a strong connection there, but it just comes off kind of weird. Like at one point he's like kind of comparing Mia and Earlene, and that feels weird, right? You don't compare your niece to your soon-to-be wife.
No.
It's weird. At one point it says Mia groaned inside, and I'm just like, same, bro.
So we're kind of building up that this is like a codependent relationship and she's never adulted on her own.
Yeah, Huey kind of serves as her anchor point. Like, she really hasn't needed him. Like, their relationship has been mostly over phone calls over the past 4 years with, like, occasional visits.
Okay.
So she knows how to live on her own. Oh. But it's also really weird because he's not going to, like, die. He's getting married and he's moving to the other side of the state.
Right.
Which, Texas is big, but it's not that big.
Like, you can still get there.
Yeah, and you can still call him. She calls him later in the book. There's no reason that you can't have basically the same established relationship you already had.
Well, and also this sounds like it would be more appropriate conversation-wise if she was 18 and he was moving away.
Yeah, but she's 30.
Right. Like, if we didn't establish she's a full-grown adult who's gone off and had her own career, this is like, oh, you know, I love you, I've tried to be here for you, but you're 18 and I'm ready to move on. Yeah. That would be heartbreaking. That would be difficult. This is a completely different situation.
Yeah. The one that kind of felt like it was comparing, it said, "I love you, girl, but Earlene is my soulmate." And that's,
Weird.
It feels weird.
Because you don't have to love one or the other.
Right. You can
Those are
love
two
both.
different types of love.
So they leave and go to Vegas to get married. But yeah, the whole conversation, Huey is like kind of like made himself kind of a martyr. Like there's no reason that he had to like drop his entire life to, you know.
Because from the time she's 12 to 18, that's 6 years. Yeah, you have to be highly invested.
Yeah, you have to be invested. You don't have to
be there
drop your literal entire life.
No, you still have a job. You drive him to school. You go to your job. You come home. You make dinner. You're there on the weekends to do whatever with them. Yeah. But like, when she's 18 and doing her own thing, he could do whatever.
Which, I mean, it's great that he went to move and live with her so that she didn't have to go through those changes. Yeah. That's great. But, you know, the main thing is that, you know, both of you, but he, like, plays it off like he was depressed the entire fucking time. And, like, put his entire life on hold for her. So it kind of just puts her in, like, a really guilty spot.
Codependent.
Yeah, and it's really weird. So it kind of just makes her into the bad guy while she was being a child. And also, she's been on her own for, like, the last 10 years. You didn't have to stay there.
That sounds like him being codependent.
Right. So, yeah, that whole entire thing is weird.
Very weird.
On Mia's part, she is also treating this like her husband is leaving her and is distraught from this entire thing. So she goes and confides in Ty, who defends Huey.
What?
Yeah, no, it's wild.
Wait, what?
Like, he's not on her side, like, at all.
Okay.
Or, like, trying to understand her side of it, or why she's, like, feeling these feelings, or anything like that.
Come on, man. You have one job.
So he's
Be
just
comforting and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, that sucks."
Yeah, but he's like, no, I think it's a good thing that he left in her. I think it was in her words, like, abandoned her, even though she's 30. So that whole thing's still weird. But he's not like being supportive of her at all. He's being supportive of Uncle Huey, who doesn't fucking need his support.
Right. If he wants her, if he's like into this woman,
Mm-hmm.
dude, you just stick up for her. You ignore everyone else. You're just like, yeah, your emotions, that's tough. I'm sorry. Here's a hug.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. It's okay.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So it kind of pays lip service to that again. He's like, trying to be her friend. But even after he leaves, he starts thinking about Huey. He says to himself while he's alone, "Way to go, Huey. Way to go, buddy, for taking a risk for love," or something.
What?
It fucking sucks.
I don't understand.
It's really weird. Chapter 6, we follow Ty again. He is hanging out with his friend Dalton, who's another co-owner. He's the only other guy who is not married in the New Horizon Ranch crew.
Okay.
So here's another thing that I think is weird, that I think is kind of a problem in a lot of, like, romances and romantic comedies, is instead of talking to the person that they have feelings for or something like that, they'll talk to literally everyone else about it.
Because you have to have conflict in order to make the story happen.
Right, which I get it for the story, but I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because in real life, you don't need the story. You need to just be able to say, "Hey, I like you. Let's go have a drink or something."
Right. But Ty is musing to himself. He says, or he thinks, Ty was curious if Mia had opened up to the ladies, and he planned to ask Maddie later if she had. And, like, how old are you, dude? Are you, like, 12?
Yeah.
Is this high school? I don't... Like,
Right.
Why are you talking to everyone else instead of the person you're actually interested in?
My middle school daughter knows how to go up to a boy and say, "Hey, you want to go have lunch together?"
Right.
And this 30-year-old dude is like, "I'm going to go talk to somebody that she's talked to and see." And da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. And
Good
just do this backyard, schoolyard bullshit instead of just fucking growing a pair.
Wow.
Yeah, days earlier back in the diner, both Ty and Mia agreed to decorate some of the town businesses, like the doors, and like put wreaths and stuff on them. And this was like the matchmaking posse's way of, trying to get them to do an activity together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
More reasonable than blind dates.
yeah. So that's what him and Dalton are doing. And it's him and Dalton and Mia and another woman on opposite sides of the street doing the same task. So they're not really even working together. They're just roughly near each other doing a similar task is all that is happening.
So no, not clever.
Yeah.
If they were sitting making wreaths together, like if they were doing wreath making as a group and you saw who paired off with who naturally, that could work.
But
this
you
is
can't make your
weird.
tough cowboy man make wreaths. That's entirely too feminine.
They're messy and annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So, yeah, he's talking to Dalton about bachelorhood and stuff, or relationships and stuff. And Dalton has what may be like the saddest line in this book. He says, "I'm not jumping on the marriage bandwagon like all our other partners, and I thought you were going to hang on to your single status with me, but ...
So we can be bachelor buddies together?
Yeah.
And you're going to abandon me?
Confirmed bachelors is what it sounds like Dalton
yes.
wanted.
Poor Dalton.
So yeah, I felt really sad about it. But no, he just doesn't want to get married, I guess. But it just made it sound like that, and that made me laugh, and
That's
I
pretty
needed to
funny.
laugh at this point in the story.
Yeah.
So yeah, then there's another confusing line. It's Ty thinking to himself again, he needed to tell her how he felt before he made a mistake and kissed her? And I don't know what that means.
It means he's afraid he's just going to walk up and stick his face onto hers and then really be out of left field.
That's really weird.
Because that's what he is thinking is going to happen, which shows he's an idiot.
Yeah. This entire book is out of left field. Then we switch over to Mia, and she's, talking to the woman she's with. I can't remember her name. I think it's like Adela or something. Mm-hmm. She doesn't come up again. So Mia is talking with this other woman about her uncle leaving, and that's when they notice that Ty keeps looking at Mia from across the street.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mia insists that her and Ty are just friends, and is told that the matchmaking posse has sights set on them, which she already knew, but this stresses Mia out to the point that she starts thinking that she has a stomach ulcer.
Oh, God.
And this is especially so when she sees the mistletoe pulled out.
Oh.
This book fucking aggravates the hell out of me just because of the mistletoe. Because everybody treats it seriously, and everyone is in their 30s or older.
Good grief.
And it just aggravates the hell out of me. So Ty sneaks up on them, and they do a funny little thing. Basically, they're talking about if Ty is even interested in marriage, and then Ty walks up behind him. He's like, "Who's interested in getting married?" And then she's just like, "No one, no one."
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do every awkward trope in the book.
Of course. Mia is kind of watching Ty and trying to pay attention to him, and she catches a flicker of something in Ty's eye. It hit her hard and took her breath away as she suddenly realized that maybe Esther May was onto something, because she said that maybe Ty was already in love or something, or had already felt love or something. And Esther is talking about Mia.
Okay.
But Mia is fucking clueless.
Okay.
And she thinks to herself, had Ty been in love? But with who?
Oh, I cannot even guess who.
Who could it fucking be?
Well, I mean, he hasn't treated her like he loves her or even likes her up to this point.
Yeah, he treats her like an asshole.
Yeah, like berating her about her horse, not defending her in front of the town, not comforting her about her uncle. I would be clueless too. I'd be like, there's no way this guy loves me. He treats me like he hates me.
And then she continues musing to herself about this stuff, and then she thinks to herself, if a guy had never been in love, he would deny it, right? And then it never goes back to anything like that. I'm like, why? Why would he? Why? I don't understand that. Like, lie about never being in love?
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand the premise.
It's really confusing.
It's like, let's pretend you've never been in love, and I say, Bam Bam, have you ever been in love? If the answer is no,
of course, I've been in love. What? I'm not a virgin.
Is that what they're trying to say?
I don't know.
Because, is that supposed to be so sad you've never been in love and you would deny it because that's like the worst thing?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. Moving on.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So after this, the matchmaking posse comes up again, and they set them up with another task, and it's Mia and Ty going to get a Christmas tree for the town celebration or whatever.
Okay.
Because they refuse to, communicate with each other, and that kind of bothers me.
This feels like a girl playing Barbie dolls and just taking her little boy Barbie and girl Barbie and smashing them together and saying, "Now you're married, kiss." Like, what do these old ladies think is gonna happen?
I don't know.
We send them to this cold field full of pine trees, and they're gonna fall over each other and accidentally have sex or something?
Oh no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't possibly think about sex. They're not married yet.
What's going on?
So
I have worked with men. I have had jobs with men. Being in close proximity with them does not make you fall in love. Well, it might make you fall in hate.
Apparently that's all it takes for this matchmaking posse, because that's all they ever do. They only do this little social engineering thing twice.
What the hell? And they think that works.
Apparently. I don't know. But yeah, the lack of communication with these two, I don't understand, the whole meddling thing. Like, if these two people lack the communication skills at 30, to be able to get themselves into or out of a relationship. I don't think they should be together.
They should not be in one.
And it seems like no one has ever considered that before. They set them up to go get this tree, and they want the perfect tree. And at this point, this is where I start noticing the word perfect comes up way too fucking often in this book.
Oh, no.
And especially in the next chapter, because every time they mention a tree, it has to be the perfect tree.
You know, the perfect tree doesn't exist. You have to trim it and mess
it's a fucking
with it
tree.
to make it perfect.
Yeah.
They all come out wonky because they're natural.
So yeah, I think I counted it was like 10 times in the next chapter that she uses the word perfect, and I think that this lady kind of has a limited vocabulary for descriptions.
Yeah.
Because she also uses the word pretty a lot instead of
It's either
anything more
perfect or
detailed.
pretty. It sounds like a high school
Yeah.
romance.
And then at the end of the chapter, something is pretty perfect. So,
And perfectly pretty.
yeah.
And pretty and perfect.
So that's pretty much how chapter 7 goes. It's mostly...
Hey. You know who else is perfect besides you?
Producer Jay?
The awkwardness in your eyes is like...
Yeah, I get a sheer panic every time.
Maybe these sponsors are perfect and pretty perfect.
Yeah, I've never heard any of our sponsors not be pretty or perfect.
They might be.
Yeah.
We can try.
Yeah. Ads. And we're back to take this book out behind the shed and shoot it.
It deserves it.
Like a horse with a broken leg.
They're treating her like a horse with a broken leg.
They really do. I mean, she does have that leg injury, so... Chapter 7, it mostly does some will they, won't they flirting with Ty telling Mia that she's not careful enough for good measure.
Of course. Dumb, overprotective boyfriend bullshit, too.
Yeah.
You know, I get this feeling that this author didn't actually think through backstory for either of them. Neither really have friends. Neither really have employment except for him with the ranch.
Well, she's got a couple of friends.
But it feels like we just pulled these two people out of thin air at 30 years old. And they're behaving like they don't have any life experience.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's really weird.
I kept getting confused. Like, this sort of makes sense for, like, a late teens to 20s person.
Exactly. Like someone who is really young.
Because my initial read-through, I just assumed they were, like, 20, 21.
Right.
Something like that.
Kind of clueless, kind of dumb, first love, okay.
Right, but then in the middle of the book, it brings up that they're both, like, 30. Well, it brings up that Ty is 30, and they were both in school at the same time, so I'm assuming they were
that
peers.
many years apart. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, it just super doesn't seem like they have matured at all, even though they made it to 30, and it's really weird.
And she's had a successful career.
Yeah, and
she's part owner of a ranch. These are successful people.
And she's been out on her own for, like, the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So, it's fine. So she's telling him about some of her experiences while she was out on the road, talking about snowstorms, because right now it's snowing. And she talks about one time she got snowed in and she couldn't move her vehicle. Then these two guys helped dig her out, and it was just a story.
Yeah.
But then Ty makes it into, oh, well, I think you should be more careful. Like, why can't she just tell you a story without you, like, making a moral judgment on her?
Right, and
or, like, telling her what to do. Yeah. And it was fine.
It was fine.
Moral of the story, it was fine.
And those things just happen sometimes.
Yeah. Like, sometimes you just have to rely on someone else to help you. And it's not like a fault on your personality. So.
Is his goal just to nitpick her to death?
Yeah, seemingly. Through conversation, he begrudgingly admits, it seems, I know you're independent and strong and can take care of yourself, but I do get worried about you sometimes. So again, just paying lip service is what it feels like.
He has no right to get worried over her.
No, she's none of his fucking business.
Yeah.
He decided a long time ago that they were just going to be friends. At least on his half of the situation, he decided that.
Right.
And what she does with her life is none of his business.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were looking for the perfect tree, They do an almost kiss, in which Ty more or less flees because they like hug and they're getting close, and then he'll just like run away. They do this 4 times in this book. This very short book.
That's a tiny book.
They'll almost kiss and then he'll run away.
He's a baby.
It's fucking
my
wild.
God. Now that makes sense if he's 17.
Yeah, it does. I get that. Like,
yeah,
you don't know how shit works, but you are goddamn 30 years old.
Yeah. Like, what the heck?
So, but they do get the tree, and again, Mia is disappointed and confused. Because Ty is trying to make decisions for her instead of talking to her. So that's that chapter. Chapter 8 starts with Mia is on the phone with one of her rodeo buddies that she's made over the years, and just talking about this whole situation and how it's super weird, all the romantic trouble, and her friend just says, hey, maybe you should tell him how you feel. And she doesn't. She's just like, no, because reasons.
I think being in love with him is a confusing feeling.
Yeah.
I would just be mad.
Then we go to this little Christmas party for kids and stuff like that, and that's where they got like the Santa and they've decorated the tree and stuff like that.
Right.
And this is when I noticed like the matchmaking posse really hasn't done all that much, even though they get brought up like in every chapter.
Right.
But pretty much they're kind of just background characters at this point. Like, they really don't affect anything. So I think Mia is like passing out like gift bags to kids and stuff like that, and Ty just comes in and they talk, and then they decide to leave to go check on Ty's pregnant mare, and they leave. This is just kind of a weird thing for me, I think. I'm going to see what you think. But they go outside, and there's a nativity scene, and Mia thinks to herself, oh, they put a doll out there instead of a real baby, because apparently there was a real baby in the manger earlier that day, and is no longer. Is that a thing?
Wait, what?
At some point during the day, they had a real baby, and then later they replaced it with a doll.
If you are having a crash, like a live nativity, you would
Right.
have a real baby, but everyone would be live.
Right. But the
So
only
that
one
would-
that gets mentioned is the baby.
That's bizarre.
That is weird.
You would not put a human baby in a manger unless you had...
Especially by itself.
Especially by itself.
Yeah.
But like... I think
So-
my little sister played baby Jesus one time, but it was a live nativity in front of church, and it's like a performance.
Right.
You go up and do lines and stuff from the Bible, and then it's over, and you pick up the baby. Like,
Right.
it's not... This is outside.
Yeah, apparently. I went back and made sure, like, why do they have a baby just outside in December? I don't think that's
Anyone
okay.
could just walk up and take that baby.
Right. Well,
No.
presumably there were other live characters but it never says that, and I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah, it is weird, but yeah, it didn't really affect anything. I just thought that was weird. I felt like I had to
But for
talk to
her to
someone about
notice
that.
that there had been a live baby and now there's a doll does make you think that it was the only thing there.
Yeah, it was weird because it didn't make any mention of like any other people in costume.
She
or
also
anything
wouldn't
like
have
that.
noted it because everyone knows, oh, all the people, you even get the farmers to bring like their sheep and stuff. And you have like, little kids leading the sheep and they're the shepherds and whatever. Like, okay, yes. Very strange.
So, chapter 9, they go to Ty's ranch again. At the beginning, I underlined a line, and I think it was unfair. The line is, "The stars were shining like bright jewels in the dark sky," and I think I was just mad at that point. Like, it's fine.
No, it's bad. It's bad.
It's not good, but it's not
It's
the
really
worst.
bad. It's up there with blue like a bluebird.
Yeah,
It's bad.
it really is. But yeah, I'm fine with it now. I'm neutral toward it, considering everything else that's in this book.
It gets worse, so
Yeah.
that this is no longer bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, they go and, keep an eye on the horse that is, somehow they know that the horse is about to give birth. Which I know you can time those things kind of close, but I don't think you can time them this close, because it happens, like, within the hour. The horse...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She was already in labor?
Apparently.
Oh, okay.
So, they go check on the horse. The horse's name is Velvet.
Okay.
Yeah. and they're talking about her uncle's situation, and then he reminds her again, like, oh yeah, your uncle's gone, and just brings that up again. And
let's find any little soft spot and poke it. This guy's just an ass. Yeah. He's so mean.
So yeah, they set up for another kiss, where they almost kiss, but then this time the stupid cock-blocking horse starts giving birth.
Are horses okay with people being around when they give birth?
Some of them.
Oh, okay.
I've only had one horse that ever gave birth, and she gave birth twice, and she did it by herself. They, no real need for people, because she always kind of had them premature. I don't know what we would have done if we were around for it, but she was always fine.
Sometimes we would have goats, and if you were there, it would slow down and stall the labor, and then the minute you walked out, they would have them.
That's what we always worried about.
Yeah, they would have a hard time giving birth if people are around.
Yeah, I think that if there's a lot of trust between the horse and the people, I think that sometimes they'll be fine with giving birth. But sometimes you do have to intervene with horses
because they have those big long legs.
Yeah, and sometimes they'll get twisted or they'll be turned the exact wrong way. So I can kind of understand it, but yeah, the birth goes fine.
One time we had a goat that tried to come out shoulders first without the neck.
Oh, God.
And Mom had to go in and push it back and make it come out head first. Because they can get those big long necks and legs, they just get all twisted weird.
Yeah, there is one part during this birth that's really goofy, because at one point the mare... just kind of, they're doing something, and then the mayor looks at them and waits on them to give her the go-ahead to go ahead and give birth.
What?
It's so fucking weird. I don't know what that was about.
Even humans don't do that. What the heck?
Oh, right. While they're talking, here's the thing that he was being weird about. Because she's talking about helping foal a horse one other time when she was a kid with her dad. And then Ty responds, "You never forget something like that. I helped my dad deliver a few foals too. I remember every one of those. I'm glad you have the memory with your dad." Because he's dead. He didn't say that. I said that. But yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm glad you have something nice to remember your dad about. Because he's gone.
You don't need to bring it up like that. This guy's just a dick.
Yeah. They come together again, they're hugging, and they do a weird dance or something. I can't be fucked to care. I don't know.
Around the horse?
Yeah, they're dancing. I think it's a slow dance thing. There's not music playing. They're just doing this. And they're setting up for another kiss, and that's where the chapter ends.
Okay. This is a short
And then
book.
Ty, chapter 10, Ty pulls away again. He's like, well, time for you to go home. He steps away from her again, and at this point, apparently 4 cock blocks is too many for Mia, because now she is fucking pissed.
Because it feels like he's leading her on.
Yeah, and then rejecting her right at the moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's pissed off, and she goes to leave, but Ty insists on following her home. She says no.
Yeah, no, leave me alone, dude.
But her consent doesn't matter to Ty.
Of course.
And he ignores her and follows her home anyway. And,
Is it snowing that hard? What?
No, it's
Why?
not. No, it's not. He's just following her because she's an emotional woman, and she's emotional, and you can't just leave those. They'll explode. Yeah, and then as she's leaving, he tells her, there's no need to be mad.
Thank you.
Telling her how to fucking feel about, him. Yeah.
What?
So, yeah, that's fun. So she gets home, and then Ty leaves. And when she gets home, she goes into her parents' old room, and she starts doing some soul searching. That's when she starts remembering her parents. She then goes through the process of dismantling what for her has been her dream for the last 15 years to be a big rodeo star, and realizes that she's only doing that because that's what her dad did, and she was doing it to feel close to her dad.
Sure.
Yeah. And secretly, all along, she wanted to be a housewife and have kids. Which was her mother's dream. So she's not doing one parent's dream. She's doing the parent's dream that she corresponds.
No. Reject the premise.
And I
You're
knew.
lying to me.
No, it is. I
You're
swear.
doing this just to get me.
No, it's real. It's really what happens.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Hold on. I've got a page.
She's not allowed to just dream of being a vet.
Yeah, she doesn't have her own dream. She has to have one of her parents' dreams, because it goes into what her mom's dream was, and her mom's dream was to be a wife and have kids, which is fine if that's what you want to do, but she is literally not having her own dream. She's just taking her parents' dreams. And she's like, oh, well, now my dad's dream is being inconvenient for me as far as my love life goes, so I'm going to go to my mom's dream now because that fits in better with this whole life plan thing. Listeners, Bugs is very angry right now.
This is shit.
It really sucks.
0 stars.
But she goes on like a 3-day soul search to find out that, oh, I was actually supposed to be a trad wife all along. But then it gets kind of worse because she starts remembering her dad, and she doesn't list these things as a bad thing. She just lists it as factually how it was. Her dad was gone 3 weekends out of 4 every month to go do this rodeo thing. So during the week, all he would do was work. And then on the weekends, except like maybe one weekend every month, he would go do this rodeo thing. And they wouldn't usually, I think when she was like really little, she would go with them, but then they stop. And it's just her and her mom. And he's just off doing this rodeo thing for like years. And it just like 3 weeks out of 4, and you're spending like 2 days around your kid. That kind of sucks, right?
I mean, I guess it explains why wanting to feel closer to her dad would be a motivation to spend 15 years of your life doing a career you don't enjoy. But
it's pointed out, she points it out to herself. She was running away from her mom's dream all along because she just
no. I grew up with people who reinforced these beliefs.
Everything
it's
in this
and
book
kills people.
Yeah, everything in this book is trying to reinforce that. All of Ty's actions, all of the people in her life are all reinforcing this role for her.
You know, people did that to me.
Yeah, that's why I figured you'd like this.
I hate this.
It really sucks.
I'm glad I didn't do this book.
Yeah.
I would have pulled all my hair out.
So
she gives it all up to marry him and have a trad wife life.
Basically, like, eventually, there's some other stuff that happens, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the climax of the book, and this is like the end of the horror story when you find out that all along the main character was the serial killer.
And she murders her own dreams.
Yeah, it's really, really a bummer. And I knew from chapter 2, that's what was going to happen. And I was like, don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. And then it did it.
And he can continue in his lovely career
owning
a ranch.
There's never any
and doing
question.
Whatever he wants.
There's never a question that he could possibly give up his dreams for her. Never a question of that.
Or just use birth control and they both have their own life and come together when they want to. Mm-hmm. She doesn't have to get married to him. They could just date.
Right. Well, there are some pretty heavy Christian overtones in this book as well, so yeah. It really doesn't come up that often, but it's there. Then we switch to Ty.
And he's thinking, how can I get this bitch pregnant as fast as possible?
Kinda. Well, switch to him, and right now he's like stressed out because he knew things ended bad the last time he saw her. So he's like working to like distract himself so he doesn't actually think and do something sensible, I guess. And 2 of his partners at the ranch see that he's kind of having a hard time, and he tells them that he's in love, but he doesn't want to ruin Mia's dream. And the partners correctly tell him he should actually talk to her and ask what she wants.
He shouldn't do that. He should go kill himself.
He should.
And then the author should take note.
Yeah. But yeah, they say that, and then Ty just kind of ends the conversation, and that's the end of the chapter. I told you you'd be disappointed. So we were comparing this with that other really misogynistic romance. Where does this one land now?
I don't think she gave up her flower shop in that book.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, this is worse.
Yeah.
This is worse.
Knew it. Yes.
I hate you so much.
That's valid.
I hate this book.
It sucks. It really sucks.
So fine, how do they get together and fix it?
Yeah. So for the rest of this, it goes pretty quick. Mia is hiding out at home for like the next couple of days, and then it comes a big sleet storm. So she makes like a big pot of stew in case the power goes out. She's got something to eat. And there's also like a weird mention. She's like doing a weird humble brag that, yeah, that's right, I can cook when there's not electricity as long as I have a heat source, because she makes a fire, and she's just like, yeah, like really
so
really patting herself on the back.
You know how to make a fire and cook on it?
Right. So it was just kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh, but it's to prove that she's a capable of
Yeah,
being
she's
female.
showing her trad wife side now. The storm's going on, and she hears a howling cry in the gully behind her house. So without her leg brace, because her leg is still healing, she goes to check it out and falls into a gully. Ooh. And goes into like partial shock or something. She can't get herself out, which she is injured, but it's kind of vague on what exactly is happening, that she can't move.
And I can't get up.
Basically. But then she hears a growling in the darkness, so there's something down in the gully with her. Mm-hmm. So switch to Ty. He gets a staticky call, of which he can only make out the word help. So he goes to Mia's, retraces her steps until he finds her out in the gully and a dog with a bunch of puppies in the gully.
Not gonna save her from a wolf or something.
No.
Save her from a dog with puppies.
No, there's a reason. It's really weird. And
is it to?
He's gonna save the puppy. He's gonna save her and the dogs and the puppies.
And then she's gonna fall in love with him because he saved puppies.
Yeah.
And he looks cute holding a puppy.
Yeah.
Good.
Basically.
God damn it.
Yeah. It's brought like out of left field for like no fucking reason.
This is so dumb.
So he gets her out of the gully, cleans her up. She's like almost hypothermic. There's also like this weird, what do you call it when someone's afraid to see someone else naked because of propriety? Okay.
I don't know.
So
embarrassment, secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah. So he's worried about her getting hypothermia. So he's like trying to take off her clothes without seeing her naked. And like, you're worried about her getting hypothermia, dude.
That's more
Grow
important
the
right
fuck
now.
up.
Yeah.
So yeah, they go through all this rigmarole to like put her in a robe so that he can take off her pants without him possibly seeing a vagina.
Because he won't be able to control himself. He'll just fall in.
Yeah. And then he goes back out and saves the dog and the puppies.
Why wouldn't you just take her to the ER if she's hypothermic?
Because it's Texas, and we don't like doctors and COVID denialism. So finally, they profess love to one another, and Ty proposes.
What?
In that moment, yeah, like when she's like literally at her most vulnerable,
and needs to just go to the ER.
Right.
He hasn't even been nice to her once.
No, not really. So, yeah, Ty proposes. Now, I've got a funny thing that happened. When I was finishing reading this, I was with my friend, and I was relaying this part of the story to him. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't have a very good relationship. He's like he's got a better one now. It's not been great. Mm-hmm. And I was telling him, yeah, they just professed love to each other, and then he proposes. And he's like, oh, when you know, I guess. And I'm like, really? No.
No.
I'm like, they haven't lived together, nothing like that.
They haven't dated. They haven't been on a single date.
Right. And then I point that out to him. And he's like, oh, well, me and my wife...
they didn't date.
Got married before we moved in together. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, you sure did. Mm-hmm. And then he just kind of...
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe spending time with your future spouse is important.
So he had a moment there and realized something about himself. So that was fun. I real time got to see someone relive or understand something that was a bad idea.
We had this really awful, small group leader.
Mm-hmm.
And his entire thing was you should not be engaged for more than 6 months.
Oh my God.
And really, really pressured us to get married as soon as possible. So we dated for 6 months, were engaged for 6 months, and then got married a year because everyone around us was like, you need to get married as soon as possible.
Yeah, if you don't get married soon, you'll realize you fucking hate each other.
It was insane, and they were doing that to everyone around us. I think we have the longest relationship of any of those couples who are going to that group.
That's crazy.
Because everyone else got, like, divorced and remarried within a couple of years.
That's crazy.
I don't understand this culture of, like... Because it's not like, oh, they're fine with divorce. It's not like they're fine with just hop in, easy in, easy out. Mm-hmm. They're like, divorce is the devil. It's the worst thing you can do. But it's like you're supposed to jump into this without really knowing the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Everything about this book was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Was that just the end of the proposal and the yes?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, they spend Christmas together. He gives her a ring at Christmas, and like...
If you propose and you don't even have a ring ready, or don't even have a plan to get one, it's too early. It's too soon.
Yeah.
You should have something.
Right. So, yeah, he gives her a ring and asks her more formally and in public if she'll marry him. And the ring fits perfectly because...
Perfect.
Yeah. And that really pissed me off because nobody knows anyone else's ring size.
No.
Ever.
No.
Like
looking at a finger is really hard to figure out what ring size they are.
Like, me and Lily have talked about marriage for like a good couple of years now, and neither of us knew how the fuck you find out what someone's ring size is without actually just asking them or making them put their finger in a ring sizer. So we just bought a ring sizer.
Yeah, that's what you have to... Like, we went to, like, what, Kay's Jewelry or something, and we just tried on the ring sizer. We didn't buy anything that day. We were just like, what size are we?
And that's just what... I don't understand people who, like, do a surprise engagement thing like that without talking about it ever. Because then you got to get the ring resized.
Or return it and get something else if they hate it.
And do this whole fucking rigmarole because you wanted it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're inducted into the cult at the end.
Oh, my God. And you know what? That frickin' matchmaking posse will take it as a win when they did nothing.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Good grief.
Oh, and at the end, she advertises for book 5 in the series. Because that Dalton, the one that was afraid of being the only bachelor left, he's next.
I would feel like I had a target on my back if I was the last bachelor.
That's what Mia felt in the story, yeah.
That is insane.
So, this book is genuinely disgusting to me.
Yeah.
And it was poorly written. It was grammatically... Like, not the worst thing I've ever read, but it certainly wasn't good. So, I'm going to give it a D.
You're being too generous.
I probably am, but I've read worse on this podcast.
Not to me. This hurts my soul.
Really? The Wings of a Butterfly? Wings of a Butterfly was worse.
I mean,
I promise you. There's been time you've forgotten.
You know what? Wings of a Butterfly is in its own category of awful.
Yeah.
This hurts me personally.
This is systemically gross.
Yes, because I know people who would read this and think this was good. And that hurts me.
Yeah.
I'm hurt. I'm so sad.
So, yeah, fuck this book.
But also, if Wings of a Butterfly is an F, nothing else can ever be an F.
Yeah.
I
think we have to retroactively give that a worse grade.
Yeah, like it has to be something else.
Yeah. So let's say
it's juvie. It doesn't get a grade. It went to juvie.
Juvie is way too light. That book needs to go to prison. Like, do some hard time.
The author needs to go to prison for
also that probably. Yeah.
Now, okay, this one.
Yeah, let's just give it
not like that, but on its own.
Low
you know
D
how they
or
have?
F.
You know that I took statistics, and you have to remove the outliers if you want a normal average. We have to remove Wings of a Butterfly to get a normal average.
Yeah, I guess that really does fuck up the scale.
It skews the bell curve.
Yeah.
It skewed us very far down to the 0 mark. This one was bad.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go with F.
Yeah.
If that's with F.
Please send us your suggestions that are maybe not as damaging to my soul. Or do, and then Bam can do them, and I can just cry.
Yeah. I like making bugs cry. It's funny to me. It powers me through the week.
I also like calling you pretty and seeing your eyes look horrified.
Well, with that, thank you.
We love you. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Bam Bam. And please follow us on socials, share our stuff, send us suggestions. We actually look them up and read them.
We try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.